Namaskar, everybody. So my my age is quite old, so but I'm very young acharya. My acharya life only 20, 20 years. I would like today. I would like to say my thanks to Dada Anudananji and to invite me to give my story about Baba. And I met Ananda Marga 1991, Baba's birthday. So I have not met Baba physically. So I would like to tell two things, two stories. One, how I got to know Ananda Marga, and second one is how I became Acharya. First one, that time, 1991, I was, my age is like 40 something, early 40. And then until that time, I searched for some spiritual teaching, Buddhism, Christian, and then Osho Rajnishi. I also read almost all his books, and I liked him very much. And then, meanwhile, also I had many disease like many chronic disease, and then I lived on medicine, so much medicine every day, morning, evening, like that. So I had a desire that, I want to live a very healthy life. Otherwise, it's better for me to die. So this desire for having a healthy life was quite strong. And at that time, I was working for government research institute. And one day, my colleague told me, now today we have some event. So would you like to go? Then, that time I was following. I like Rajesh very much. I never said no. Always I said yes, yes. So I said yes, okay, I'll follow you. And then he took me to Jagriti in Seoul. That day was Baba's birthday, Purnima. And then I went there, and then the people are doing kirtan. Well, I never saw this kind of. They are just lighting candles and then doing Akanda kirtan. Anyway, I joined a little bit without knowing even the mantra, the meaning. I joined, and then that time, my acharya also visited from Taiwan to Korea to celebrate, and then I met him, and he said, "Would you like to learn meditation?" Yes, and I said, "Yes, I learn. But first, I want to know all the questions." So he said, "If you give the answers, all the questions, then I will learn." And I asked around the questions, so many questions, around 2 hours, and then finally he told me that, maybe you want to get some occult power, and that's why you are asking so many questions. And actually, I had that desire, but I told him lie that, no, Dada, I don't have this kind of things, but I want to know many, questions. That's why I asked her. And then I agreed to learn meditation, and then he gave initiation. And then after initiation, I went to America for business trip, and then he gave me the address of Washington, D.C. Jagriti. So I went there, and with this colleague, actually not colleague, classmate. I studied America. So, and then with two classmates, I visited Jagriti, and there was a very senior Indian Dada. I don't know the name. Maybe he was like 70 something. And he had very big volumes of books. And then he introduced me to buy some books. So I said, okay. I purchased some books. And also, I attended with two my friends, I attended some short kirtan. And then that time I didn't know, actually, I didn't know the kirtan deep meaning or even mantra yet. So, but with these books, I came back home. I stayed with my friend, and then I gave some books to him, and I read myself. And when I opened the books, this is I remember this the Ananda Marga ideology, something like that. And the book gave such a nice smell. So I couldn't understand the detailed meanings, but the smell I like so much. So I read, and then I asked my friend, I like this book very much. And he told me that, you know, I could not open these books because so bad smells coming from this book. So it's really, I really surprised that. For me, the smell is so nice, but for him, smell is so bad. So I was very much surprised, but I do not know this reason. And I came back, and then I stopped doing meditation. I just do meditation few times, just before going to America. And after I come back, I just completely forgot. And I start following Rajinshi again. And then I had some family problems come up. So it is very, very serious one. Really, I couldn't solve these family problems. So I was wondering how to solve this one, how to solve. And then I prayed to God. I was Buddhist and I followed like Rajneesh, so I don't believe like the God. But, it just came to my mind. So I prayed, okay, please guide me. I don't know what to do. I have very serious problem. And then I was praying day and night. Sometimes early morning, like 3 o'clock, I get up and then go to the mountain and then pray. And God, please guide me like that. From that time, I start seeking God's guide. And then one morning, early morning, the telephone call came to me from my Acharya. That time, I already forgot all the mantra, how to do it, completely forgot. And then he called me. Then I came to Korea. So would you like to meet me? I thought, oh, this is a message of God. So yes. And then that morning, I didn't go to the office. And then directly I am to Jagriti. And then he reviewed my lesson, everything. And then after reviewing lesson, I pick up one book from the bookshelves. And that book is Ananda Marga, Elementary Philosophy. Oh, that book, in the middle, just I open and I read. Oh, this page give the answers. My high school time, I was Buddhist and I was looking for what is the origin of me. And then to find this answer, I met many people, but nobody gave the correct answer, satisfying answer. And then finally, I went to Buddhist university professor to get some his answer. He said, your way of thinking, like to become you are looking for the previous one. This way of thinking is very dangerous. If you think like that, you may not live in this world. You may kill yourself. Actually, I thought that time, if I do not know my origin, then I will kill myself. Then he told me that if you like that, and think like that, then you may not live. So it is better not to think from now on. So I thought high school student respect professors. So from that time I stopped. Time to time the thought comes, what is origin of mine? But I stopped just because of he said it's dangerous. So from this Ananda Marga elementary book, it tells Brahma chakra and everything. So I was so happy. So from that time, I continuously read all the English Ananda Marga books for 2 years because I was working in the research institute, so I have a lot of time. And then at the same time, I became very strict in my spiritual practice. I did long meditation morning and evening. I usually go to the mountain and do, and the kirtan, and I start also fasting. And he also, my acharya, suggests the natural way to cure my disease. So I read this yogic treatment and natural remedies, and I strictly follow. And I did 4-day fasting also, because I have also even this white leprosy, leukemia, this disease. And the doctor says it cannot be cured. But anyway, I strictly followed. And within 4-5 months, all my chronic disease, I stopped taking medicine, and then it's all finished, all cured. And even this, the white part of my skin, due to the white leprosy, I saw the melanin, the color is coming. So I thought this is a miracle. So from that time, I really think, Baba is it's not the ordinary guru. It's much more higher than Rajneesh, and I should follow him like that. So my faith in Baba is growing. So, and meanwhile also I felt this my job is useless. It's like I'm as an economist. I learned from America how to exploit people. Yeah. So I gave up, and I gave all my books to a library, and I resigned. And then 1994, I came to India, and I enjoyed this Magi life very much. After that, now second story. I become Magi, but I just resigned Magi, my job, and I don't want to continue. And then I had some problem because of I don't have a job, so my family all thought that I am the crazy person like that. So my life was quite turbulent and very difficult. So also I divorced, and then I lived in Jagrati. So one day, I had a plan. I had a plan that I will make some cultural products, importing, exporting business, and then I want to help the profit. Using profit, I want to help the others. So with this idea, I found some place to do this business, and then I just before make contract, Dada came back. SS Dada came back. That time SS Dada came back from the Russia, and he said, I had a very nice spiritual gathering, long kirtan, and my mind is so nice, so happy. And he told me, and then I told him, Dada, okay, also I have some plan. I want to rent some place, and then I want to do business. And then I want to show you, and I want to get your idea, your advice. And I took him, and then I went to the place to make this contract. And then after seeing this place, he said, "Hey, Jidatma is my name. If you start this business, the remaining your life will be like a prison. You never do. And instead of remaining like this, you live like this, you go to training center." Then I told Dada, I never thought about becoming Acharya. I will remain in this society and I'll do some work for the making proud society. I'll never go. Then he said, he kept silent. The next day, I met him. He told me this story to go to the training center evening time. And next day, the same time, around evening time, his word come to my mind. And next day again come. So 7 days continuously, his word come to my mind again. And then finally I told him, Dada, yes, I'll follow your advice and I'll go to the training center. So I went to India with him and I applied for the training center, this application training. And then there was some controversy because of my previous, family life, this, and then my age also more than 50. And then this committee cannot make a decision to send me to the training center. So SS Dada told me, okay, I'll work for you, but it will take time. So you may go to, that time Calcutta I stayed. You go to the Delhi, New Delhi, and then you stay in the New Delhi Jagrati. So I went to New Delhi office and I stayed there. But I was very sad because I thought I want to go to become Dada and then to do Baba's work to establish like proud. Then why people like some people like asking my this my previous this divorce and this and that. He is not responsible person. So I was sad, but I just stayed in New Delhi, and then no answer came. 2 weeks I stayed, no answer came, and then one day I thought, if they don't agree, then I don't have to remain. I'll just move around all the world and I live like as I like. And then that next night I dreamed, and in the dream I saw Baba is coming out of one big hole, and when he opened the door, I saw many Dadas, this saffron and clothes. They are meeting there. There's some meeting. So many acharyas there, and then Baba came told me, and then he said to me, I am very busy, but because of you, I came out of the meeting, and you can hug me. So I hugged him, his neck very tightly, like a long time. In the dream, I thought this around 30 minutes. Then Baba told me, now I have to go. Please let me go. And then, so I released. And then he went back to the hall, but another way. And then also, after he left, I immediately had some urge to go to the toilet. And I also cleaned my bowl and the urination. And I woke up. And it was just before the Panchajanya. So after finishing Panchajanya, telephone call came from SS Dada, from Calcutta, that, oh, Jidatma, your application is approved. So I was so happy. And then, so I went to Philippine Center, training center. So these two things, becoming my the Bagi, and also going to the training center to become Dada, all behind I felt Baba's there. Training center one is directly, and the other one is through the Baba's philosophy, Baba's teaching. I followed his teaching, and so I got such a nice result. So this is my story. Namaskar.